These are the states with the most trust in government. Number 9 is Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana, this is the state with the 8th most trust in government. Montana. Montana.
Okay.
This is the state with the 7th most trust in government. Alaska.
My boys live in Alaska.
Alaska, the state with the 6th most trust in government, is worth $20 if you can guess it.
Okay, all right. Let's go with Washington.
Washington.
Feels like they'd have some good trust.
If Washington is the state with the 6th most trust in government, you win $20. Number 6 is Texas.
Oh, I was saving that for higher up. Texas has a lot of faith in the government.
Do me a favor, slide that 20 under the 5.
Okay.
And I'll put another 20 here if you can guess the state with the 5th most trust in government.
Criteria-wise, is this state, local governments, or
state
federal?
governments?
Okay, state
most
governments.
trust in their state government.
Let's go with Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I feel like Wisconsin could be there.
If Wisconsin is the state with the 5th most trust in government, you win $20. Number 5 is Nebraska.
Ooh, I was in the right
You're
spot.
close,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
in the right spot. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
closer than some.
Okay.
Move that 20 under the 4. I am going to put another $5 down, so $45. If you
Gotta
can
get
guess the
one.
state with the 4th least trust in government. I do not like the number 45. If you can guess why, leave a comment.
Let's go with Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon feels like a good guess.
If Oregon is the state with the 4th most trust in government, you win $45. Number 4 is South Dakota.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Okay, do me a favor. Slide the $45 under the 3. And I will throw in another 50. So $95.
You don't want to throw in another 5?
Not yet. Not
All right,
yet.
all right.
Not yet.
Third, so we're in the top 3. Man, Alaska and Texas being so far down on this list is kind of throwing me off, but maybe we're switching up stances here from the masses. So let's try something I normally wouldn't guess. Let's go with Vermont.
Vermont.
Let's go with Vermont.
If Vermont is the state with the 3rd least trust in government, you win $95. 3rd most trust in government. I'm sorry, would you like to buy a hint?
I haven't won one yet. Normally I'd say no if I had, but I haven't, so let's buy a hint. What's the offer?
$25, I will show you the last letter. $50, I'll show you the first letter.
I like having 50 and up, so I'm going to
Okay.
take the last letter.
Okay, so you
gonna
can now
keep
win
70.
$70. Put your finger on the white piece of paper. Don't be an A.
Don't be an A.
Don't be an A. It's, H. H.
I can only think of one.
I
This
can't
was
think
a
of
good
any.
hint. That's a great hint. Utah.
Oh, Utah, that's right.
Utah.
All right,
Good old
Utah.
Utah.
If
All right.
Utah is the state with the 3rd most trust in government in their local state government, you win $70. Number 3 is Utah.
Woo! All right, I got one in the bank. $70.
There you go, $70. That's nothing to laugh
Yeah,
at.
that's a nice lunch.
That was a nice lunch. $50, $55,
All right.
$75,
Put that in my bank here.
$175.
Whoa.
If you can guess the state with the 2nd most trust in government.
Okay, Utah. Good. I feel like that was a good hint because Utah does change up what I was perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
Let's follow that. Let's go with Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania seems good.
If Pennsylvania is the state with the 2nd most trust in government, you win $175. Number 2 is, would you like to buy a hint?
Maybe I'm just riding the high from the last one. I know that the offers are going to be obscene now. It's going to be like $150 for each way.
$100 for the first letter, 50 for the last letter.
Yeah, that's what I expected. No, I don't want a hint.
You
I'm
don't want a
sticking with
hint. Sticking with Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania seems great.
I think you're really throwing a dart here.
Yeah.
The state with the 2nd most trust in government is Wyoming. See, if you bought a W, it would have been Wyoming or Washington. If you
Yeah.
bought a G, I think you would have gotten it entirely.
I think I would have, yeah.
I don't know
Because I
what-
knew Wyoming was going to be on this list somewhere.
Washington? No. Washington? Ting? Add another $100. $275 if you can guess the state with the most trust in government.
Number 1. Okay. The last 2 were Utah and Wyoming. who's got even more trust in their government than Wyoming? This is a hard list. Do I get the offer? Are we...
I need to hear a guess first.
All right. You're gonna decide whether or not.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Wow, I don't know where
If
that came
Oklahoma is the state with the most trust in government, you win $275. What is...
I'd like to change to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is
Okay.
an official change.
Okay, Tennessee is an official change.
I lied. Florida.
Florida.
I just keep coming up with better answers.
You're going to Florida
is
now.
the only one that can be higher up than Texas.
All right. If Florida is the state with the most trust in government through state local government, you win $275. Would you like to buy a hint?
Yes, I would.
Okay, $100 for the last letter, $150 for the first letter.
You know what? It's still 125. Give me the
Okay.
first letter because I know
Okay.
it's going to be an F.
So that's off the table. Let's put that right under there. You can win $125, which is not a small amount of money.
It's not.
And we are going to reveal the first letter. The first letter
Please
is...
be an F.
Please be an F.
Oh!
It's an N. Wow. Which means it's New York, North Dakota, North Carolina, New Mexico, New Hampshire, Nevada. Probably some that I'm forgetting.
Yeah, and I mean, we already saw Nebraska, so it can't be that one.
N is not helpful. Would you like to buy the last letter?
No. You're not getting any more of this money away from me.
Okay.
I'm based off of my knowledge of the states and their governments. New Mexico tends to show up on lists like this, and it was surprising the first handful of times, but New Mexico's kind of earned a new place in my mind. Like the people are confident in their way of life out there. I imagine that extends to the government in the state. So I'm going to lock in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I'm confident about that.
They said, hey, we need a New Mexico.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're pretty confident in these guys who established this New Mexico. If New
did
Mexico is the state with the most trust in their state government, you win $125. Number one is North Dakota.